We are doing this project because it's necessary. Dutch Kills Three Greeks project is a collaboration with myself and Dutch Kills Theater, and it's basically taking three classical Greek tragedies that center on women and revamping them in free adaptations to not only remind us of why the themes are still incredibly relevant, but it's doing something that I think is really exciting in that it's placing the plays themselves by different authors up against each other so that we can really see that these ancient themes are still as timely as ever.
Written by Alexandra Silber. It's three Greek tragedies reimagined for today's audience.
Dutch Kills Theater, helmed by artistic director Ali Scott, since 2011 has been committed to developing and emerging new playwrights and artists in New York City and beyond.
Alexandra Silber and I have been friends for a very long time, and I've had a lot of faith in her in all of her other projects. And we've both been working in theater, and this is not her writing debut, but her playwriting debut. I'm incredibly proud of her. She's done so well in so many other facets of her life, and her talent just keeps going. I mean, she's unstoppable.
Is a story of the daughter of Oedipus Rex and her family. What I think is originally a deeply political story, I've tried to also add in real rich family history and details so that it's just as much of a family drama as it is a political one.
Antigone deals with a religious fanatic who we sympathize with.
Give a tick, the dog, give a lick. Your heart beats soundly on your dream.
Trojan Women is a play about women surviving war and about women grappling with their lives in the context of a new regime, a new way of life, a new set of standards set for them by men.
A classic tale of the fall of Troy and the absolute devastating backlash of a city brought to its knees by war. It explores the experience of being left behind in the detritus of devastation through the eyes of the city's women. The original is definitely a story about family, exploring all the different roles women play within a family, and I've added a lot of political statements about the role of war itself. And I like to think that a deeply tragic story of catharsis can be seen with an element of cleansing and joy, ultimately. Medea is a woman who is the wife of Jason, who herself is not only a demigoddess, meaning she's half god and half human, but she's also a sorceress, which in her genre time period means that she was a naturally empowered woman, setting her apart from the other women of her generation.
Who is driven to ferocity and extremes by being cast aside as a human being, by being made less than because of her nature.
And when Jason quite callously leaves Medea for a much younger woman, Medea is naturally enraged, and in her day, she has no right to be angry, hurt, embittered, or enraged.
doing this project because it needs to be done.
The themes that we were exploring nearly 4,000 years ago are still themes that are coming up in our everyday social lives.
And I think it really is important to bring these issues that seem so archaic back to life in a way that isn't.
We have a lot to talk about the ways that we have progressed as women, and the way that the world has progressed viewing women, and the ways in which we haven't. The next stage of development for this project is to replicate what we did with Antigone and create readings for both Trojan women and Medea. And then ultimately the vision is to sew these three pieces together as a composite piece of marathon theater, if you will, putting these Greek tragedies up against one another in one theatrical evening experience.
It's a big project, but one I think we can tackle and do incredible justice to.
In contributing to the Dutch Kills Three Greeks project, your money will not only go to paying actors, development costs, just simple things like space rental and printing, but it really ultimately, in a bigger way, helps contribute to these new and emerging artists who are giving their time and their intellect and their spiritual energy.
And you will be part of a new wave of New York theater that celebrates the Nouveau Classical. It's very exciting. I hope you can join us.